Ghost?
We aren't witches!
I did not accuse you of witchcraft. I am simply fascinated. I grew up at Stanton Manor. My whole family spoke of the Manor Ghost, but I never saw her.
My grandmother says some are blessed and some are not, and it takes more than your eyes to see.
I have never known the Grey Lady to be seen in these parts before, but she does wander.
At the Bear Inn.
Oh, William, I thought I was going mad.
Cecily and I were employed at the Bear Inn in Woodstock before we came to Revel Grove.
Oh, Master Sly, if you wish to investigate the unknown, I suggest a trip to the Bear Inn. For the unknown becomes known to all. I could not stand living there and was desperate to leave.
It wasn't so bad, and I only saw the Grey Lady once or twice. She means no harm. Poor lady.
Who was she? Does anyone know? It is believed that she was Rosamond Clifford.
Known as Rosamond the Fair.
Rosamond was the daughter of Sir Walter Clifford and grew up in the Clifford Castle here in Oxfordshire. Her beauty was renowned. King Henry II fell instantly in love with her and insisted that she become his mistress.
The courtiers talked of the king's obsession with fair Rosamond. This was dangerous, for the king knew that Queen Eleanor's jealousy would consume her if she ever discovered the affair.
In order to keep her safe, the king kept her in a small cottage surrounded by beautiful gardens.
And these gardens were designed as a maze, a labyrinth so puzzling that it would be impossible for any intruder to ever find their way.
In order to protect his love, the king had a brave knight stand guard at the entrance to the labyrinth, so that he would easily find his way through the maze to his love. One end of a silver thread was held by Rosamond, the other by the knight. A gentle tug of the thread would mean that the king had arrived to see his beloved.
As tends to happen in these tales, secrets cannot be kept for long. The queen discovered the king's obsession with fair Rosamond. Racked with jealousy, she followed the king one evening and saw the lovely rose gardens with the knight at attention. She watched as the king disappeared into the thick of the labyrinth.
The next night, Queen Eleanor went back to the labyrinth. The knight recognized the queen and bowed to her. In one moment, the queen plunged a dagger into the knight's side, killing him instantly. She tugged upon the silver thread. She tugged again.
Rosamond felt the movement of the thread and happily ran to meet the king. Instead, she was horrified to see the queen. Knowing she had wronged Eleanor, she bowed at the queen's feet and begged her forgiveness.
But there was no charity in her heart. The queen presented Rosamond with the dagger and a goblet containing poison. Rosamond must choose her death. She took the goblet, curtsied before the queen, drank it, and swiftly died.
The queen returned to the castle and to the king. She said not a word, but let rose petals fall from her hand to his feet. He stood stoically, but knew they came from the garden which held his love. He never returned.
And since that time, the figure of a mournful young woman wearing a grey cloak can be seen at the extremes of the day. She is wandering, searching, but can never find her love. That is such a sad tale.
There she is, the Grey Lady! I see her!
Where?
She was just there. She was just there, I tell you, just by the fountain.
I think that story made you imagine things, Sarah.
Nay, I believe it. And I do not blame you for not wanting to spend one night longer in this town. I believe this Grey Lady is following you. You must away. I will give you £15 for your land, a fair price.
You said £20.
Not if the place is haunted. Ah, my dear Judith. That was quick.
Quick, what means you?
Never mind. I am pleased you are here.
I am here to apologize. Mistress, I fear I may have caused you some distress, and for that I am heartily sorry.
Me?
Today I discovered that you fear of a Grey Lady, and I realized it was me.
You? Why would you do such a thing?
My intent was not to scare anyone. You see, on the day that Roland discovered that old Bullingdon map, we found a tattered old map hidden in a book. If to be believed, it looked like gold may have been buried in the woods outside Revel Grove.
Near our cottage.
Yes. Roland and I looked several times, but never found anything. On occasion, when I would be hunting in the area, I would sneak off and try to discover a clue. 'Twas but a lark. Howe'er, I knew 'twas trespassing, so I travelled with care.
Judith, please.
This morning, I was once again in the woods, when I noticed Master Scrubby call out and run toward me. I was embarrassed for being on the land. Felt daft I was searching for treasure, so I ran.
So there is no ghost? And that was you just now by the fountain?
Nay, that was not me. I walked over from the other direction.
Sarah said she just saw a figure in grey.
And I saw it as well.
As did I.
Well, it was not me. 'Tis impossible. I came from the other way. And I am here to say to Roland that I disapprove mightily of what he has done.
What have I done?
I only went searching for gold this morning because you insisted that I do so. And I now realize you were using me. You knew I was being mistaken for a ghost and were trying to scare the Scrubbies out of their land.
Oh, darling, it wasn't my idea, it was his.
They would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for all of these meddling villagers!
And proceeding with this dubious case, claiming Rebel Grove as your own without one thought or concern for anyone or anything but what might enrich your purse. I cannot wed one who cares nothing for the feelings of another. Roland, you have land. Why do you need the Scrubbies' land too?
I like being rich.
Good answer, you can't argue with rich.
Well, I can. I have no need of your land. I have my own. And since I have no desire to be married to one who schemes to enrich himself at the expense of another, Lord Albury, we will not wed.
You will rue this decision, Judith. Keep your town, I do not want it. Mondes, away!
As you wish, Lord Albury.
Oh, have we time to stop for an apple dumpling before we head back to Tiddington? May have an oyster shooter.
Oh, Judith, I am so sorry.
Do not be Imogen. 'Twould be more sorrowful to discover his true nature after we were wed.
But Mistress Berners, if it was not you who they saw behind the fountain, then who was the figure that they saw?
I know not.
'Twas the Grey Lady. But knowing her story, I am no longer fearful, only sad for her.
And I missed her. I fear I shall never see a ghost.
She has seen you.
Master Sly, be not disappointed. Know you the rest of the tale? The Grey Lady only appears to those who have been heartbroken by love. Consider yourself fortunate if that has not been so.
On a positive thought, I'd say Rebel Grove has once again resolved all of our disturbances and troubles before dinner. Excellent! The village is saved, the Scrubbies have treasure buried on their property.
My wife is not a witch.
And Pop Sing is back on the schedule. Everyone to the White Hart Tavern at 6 o'clock for a grand sing-along.
As justice of the peace, I order everyone to make merry and make the most of what is left in this festival day. Court is adjourned. Where are you taking me?